Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity. How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be playing some more Pokemmo. We're going to be going over a level grinding spot in order to take down the Elite Four. They have been a huge pain in my ass because I am level capped at 62, which is possibly the worst shit I've ever seen in my life, but hey, it allows me to use my brain for once instead of just using gym-crushing Pokemon, which is what I've been doing the whole time, so I actually have to think a little bit outside the box. Anyway, this is for the Elite Four, obviously, so you're going to need all 8 badges as well as going through Victory Road, so make sure you've done all of those things, because if you haven't, well, this is not going to work for you. And for those of you that are low level, trust me, I've thought of you guys. I've got a video coming out real soon. I just got to get everything in order and figure out how I want to record it and, you know, do the pacing and whatnot, but overall, I got you guys in my mind. I will go over a method for leveling, and I'll go over each spots which work really well for you guys. But anyway, let's get back to the video here. So the spot we're going to be farming, like I said, is going to be Victory Road, and we're going to be farming the tail end of this, because if you farm the front end, you will not be able to use the Pokemon Center that is right here. You'll have to fly all the way back to one of these Pokemon Centers, probably this one, and then you'll have to walk all the way back through all the guards and everything just to get back to the cave, and you only get about 5 sweet cents before you have to go back and restore your power-ups. So yeah, this is the front end doesn't work. You're gonna want to farm the tail end right here, because this is gonna make more sense, because the Pokemon Center is literally up this road and is a lot easier. So with that being said, we're gonna go over 2 methods of farming. We're gonna talk about individual leveling as well as EXP sharing. So individual leveling would be like leveling my Gyarados right now, and let's just pretend he's level 60. I need him to hit level 62 as quickly as possible. So I would remove the EXP share on my Ninjask and just don't put it on anybody, and just use Gyarados in order to, you know, sweep everything. This individual Pokemon leveling is only going to work with, you know, Pokemon that actually have AoE moves, or that can, you know, effectively sweep through a horde of Pokemon effectively. Because if you have something like Ninjask, who desperately you want to level up individually but can't because, you know, fucking Ninjask. So it's just a struggle. You kind of just have to pick and choose which Pokemon are going to be able to actually effectively level up more faster than the other. So all in all, it just kind of sucks because you have to only level up faster with these heavy type sweepers, and then more of the supportive Pokemon, they are going to take longer to level up because they are effectively supports. So that should be fairly obvious. But just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, my Ninjask, he has no attack moves, as you can tell. He has nothing. He ain't got nothing. All of it is just supportive moves. And the reason for this is my strategy is to use Baton Pass in order to, you know, pass it the stat changes over to Haxorus. So I would use Substitute, Sword Dance, possibly Double Team if I want to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to get those off anyway. And then Baton Pass all those stat changes over to Haxorus in order to sweep through the whole Elite Four. That is my strategy. Is that gonna work? No fucking clue, but that's the strategy. So because of this wild strategy that I'm attempting, this makes Ninjask leveling practically impossible because he literally can't do anything. So I have to use Gyarados or somebody else in order to sweep the whole hordes. So that, yeah. One thing I want to make note of really quick, I do have donator status active, but I activated this literally about two hours ago, so yeah. I can tell you right now, it's realistically not that worth. I'd like 100%, it really just isn't worth. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with this method. So we're going to go over individual farming first, so we'll test that and see how much we get. So we'll use Sweet Scent real quick, and we're going to use Surf in here because it's only going to be Marowak and Sand Slashes that are going to appear in a horde. You won't get anything else, which kind of sucks in case you want to, you know, farm up something else, but hey, maybe you'll get a shiny Marowak or Sand Slash. I don't fucking know, who cares? Anyway, Gyarados is the top pick because you can just use Surf and he will pretty much wipe out all of the Marowak and Sand Slashes easily. You can use anything else realistically. I used Haxorus for a while because I wanted to individually level him up, but problem was Earthquake did not one-shot all of the Marowaks and Sand Slashes, so after each Earthquake, he would take a lot of damage and have to go to the Pokemon Center immediately afterwards. So we wiped out all the Marowaks, so let's go ahead and see the XP. So 5,000 XP, that's again with donator status. Without donator status, it'd be around 4,500, which, by the way, for individual Pokemon XP, that is nothing to sneeze at. That is essentially 1 level per, run, essentially. That is a lot of XP. And when I say run, I mean like if you use all of your sweet scents and, like all 5 of them, and then you have to go back, that is considered a run. So you will pretty much get 1 level per run. Obviously, the higher you go, it's going to decrease, but still, it's still really fast. Now I'll go ahead and put the XP share on Ninjask and show you guys how that's going to work. So we'll use sweet scent again, and this, I shouldn't really have to show you because you should know by now how this works. It cuts the XP in half. So if I get 5,000 XP, it's going to cut down to 2,500. So not really much to explain, but just to show you the consistency of how this works, I will go ahead and wipe out all these sand slashes for your viewing pleasures. Alright, we wiped all the sand slashes, and as you can see, we got about 2549 XP, so nothing to sneeze at. Pretty good. And just to show you guys a summary here, he's already this much. It's like 25-30% onto the next level. So yeah, this is really good XP. And to the next level, 4600, I basically need 2 more runs essentially, and I will be able to reach the next level. That's really fast. And keep in mind, I'm level 55, and I'm leveling essentially every 2 runs, or 3 runs I should say. So yeah, this is a really effective way to level up your Pokemon, whether it be individually or through EXP sharing. We'll go ahead and wipe out another group of sand slashes one more time, just so I can show you the consistency, because I just want to make sure that you guys know that this is not bullshit. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm jipping you or something, or I'm skimping on you. Like, I've been doing this all day. I can promise you, I know what I'm talking about. This is real. Boom, there we go, another 2565 XP. Yep, there you go. Consistency is very good. It's relatively easy. I gotta tell you, it's super easy. Just have your big sweeper Pokemon, wipe everything out, and then just level up your supports and other big Pokemon that are gonna just be a heavy presence, and you'll be able to just get through everything relatively fast. In about a couple hours, you'll have your whole team ready to go. One thing to keep in mind is that if you already have a team that's around level 50-ish or whatever, and you don't have to level up everything individually like me, a lot of my stuff was scattered. So Haxorus I got at 48, Ninjask I got at 45, Snorlax I got at 30, Excadrill I got at 45 as well, Gyarados I got at 60. So I had a range of Pokemon that I had to level up individually. So just bear in mind that if you already have like a consistent Pokemon team, you will be able to do this a lot faster than I am, because I have to individually level at different scales and whatnot. So I have to get gimmicky. As I said earlier, Haxorus was having some issues fighting the sand slashes and the Marowaks because he just didn't have the damage to one-shot them. So after he would use Earthquake, it would leave all of the enemies alive, but they would be really weak, of course. The only issue is that there's 5 of them, and all the damage that they do adds up, so you can only farm maybe 2 runs before you have to go back into the Pokemon Center to heal. So that's what I mean by it may take longer or whatever, just depending on your Pokemon. But the better the Pokemon, the more effective you're going to be able to farm. About 48 is where I was struggling. Once I got to about 55 with Haxorus, he was able to sweep through the Marowaks and Sand Slashes in seconds, so there was no issue there whatsoever. But I just had to kind of sit through XP sharing rather than individual farming, so it was a bit of a struggle. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.